Razor going off, he don't ever take a breather. Watching Twitch streams, saying man these dudes deep.
Hey guys, Rayzor here. So I want to talk about the Infernal Edition D2R. So they came out with this new Warlock, and for us in the Discord, we're always about racing. Racing has kind of been the identity of the Discord. So, you know, ladder rankings has always been the identity of the Razorbanks Discord and the Razorbank stream. So, you know, I have some issues. I understand why they did it when it comes to elevating the average casual player with the Warlock edition. Warlock, sure, whatever, it's great.
What do you mean by that?
I finished my playthrough on hardcore. I think it was Sunday evening or something like that. I think I ended up with 17.
Are you kidding me?
So yeah, there's some things about it I really didn't like. Like, I like the shard concept. The shards are awesome because now you have more control over your ability to run good terror zones when you have limited time. For a lot of seasons, you know, you'd come home and you'd want to bang out as much EXP as possible, and then you'd be like, oh, great, it's Burial Grounds. Oh, lovely, it's Blood Moor.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
You're in this scenario now where you're like, okay, now I don't really want to EXP. I really don't want to do this. And the whole night is a write-off, right? So now you have control over being able to, you know, run the terror zones that you want when you have the time to do it. And it has a lot more flexibility for communal gameplay. If you look at it before, people would often, you know, 1-8 because that was the only way to get experience, and everybody would be fighting over the same terror zones if they didn't have the ability to load. So what would happen is, you know, people would join bail runs and then try to clear the TZ and then hope it was a 96 zone, that the maker was at least 94 that made the bail run. So it null and voids that style of gameplay, which is awesome. I think that's cool. But at the same time, there's always been echelons of RMT in this game, especially in racing. But there was always like a basis, right? So like it was, okay, can I load so I can offset my experience and get, you know, 1-8 experience, one person running a zone in an 8-player game with 450% experience bonus? Or am I going to run it in a party with 8 players in the same zone with 192 experience bonus? So like there was always that to contend with. That was the first layer of unbalanced gameplay right there that people had to deal with when you were racing. And then the second layer was always, am I going to be able to get the first jaw on Burun for Enigma? Am I going to be able to build an Infinity fast enough? That was the second layer of RMT, right? I needed to be the first to get these items before the other racers finish and pick these items first. So, you know, JSP has become, though it's illegal to use, it is instilled 100% into the social structure of social and economic structure of Diablo since LOD. So, you know, for all you purists, it is what it is. Tough luck, you know. Just remember, there's a kid out there driving a Lamborghini and his daddy bought it for him. Life isn't fair. Have this third layer of RMTing now, where you come to this scenario where people are buying up all the Act 2 shards so that they can run tombs over and over and over again. I'm not going to call anybody out, but let's just say the top rankers for hardcore right now, you know, they've discussed this matter and they're very public about it. And, you know, the number right now is anywhere between like 150 to 200,000 forum gold just to achieve collecting as many Act 2 Worldstone shards. I think they were selling around 500 FG at a point per shard, right? So if you're just running tombs over and over and over again, it'll get expensive really, really fast, right? So that's the third layer of RMTing, and because of that, the integrity of racing is completely null and void now, right?
KO 10 times 3!
Like, it's always been a pay-to-win game when racing at the upper levels, if you're trying to get front page overall, and then everyone else just kind of whatever. But now with the shard system, though it empowers the casual player and gives them more freedom and stuff like that, at the upper tier of gameplay, it's actually created a another layer of RMTing, which, you know, kind of destroyed the integrity of racing 100% in this game. Because in the end, the way it used to be before is, yeah, you know, people would load and people would RMT. They would, you know, get their items on JSP. And some people weren't really RMTing per se, right? They would sell items or services on JSP, build up their Forum Gold account, and then use that Forum Gold for other services. So it's like a currency. But let's be honest, the majority are just buying the Forum Gold straight up, even though that's illegal on JSP. It happens every single day, and it's just part of the system, man. It is what it is. So now you've always had that kind of construct. Okay, you know, if people could at least get the items they want, now it was just a matter of who can be the bigger degenerate, right? Like who can not get off their computer for 70 to 100 hours to bang out a 99. You know, and most people would just grind, not sleeping, outdoing the next person. So there was a level of tenacity when racing, right? A level of endurance, sheer will to continue. But the problem now is you don't really need that anymore, because sure, you still need the tenacity, the endurance, and the consistency. But now you're in a scenario where you can just buy all the World Stone Shards you need to run tombs over and over and over again. People can carry you relatively quickly. What you're going to see now is a lot of people getting to 99 really, really fast. The game is going to lose retention really, really fast. I promise you, this edition will, though it is new and it is fun and it is fresh, all they've basically done is created I'm not too happy with the Warlock. You know, it's fun to play. I don't think personally I like what they did with it by removing Mosaic Assassin and then putting in a Warlock that is just equally broken. And I understand why Blizzard did it. When you empower the most casual player to feel like they're OP, you know, they're gods, like, you know, they're great at the game, and they need very little commitment or input into the character to get good results. They play longer, they're having fun. But then there's a different layer of players that are very serious about the game and very serious about the retention of the game and how long it's going to last, and whether we're going to see growth in the future. And I think this is another one-hitter quitter. They basically gave us a Spiritborn Quill Volley build, and they said, bruh, here you go, have fun. Similar to what they did with the Mosaic. They threw the Mosaic, gave us the claws, never updated anything ever again, and just left it as it is. All in all, guys, I had a lot of fun playing it. I have no complaints with the game. I'm not trying to be like a negative naysayer. I'm just trying to list out some of the points that I noticed, and I hope other people can see the value in what I'm talking about, because this game has been around for a long time. It's going to continue being around for a long time, and, you know, it'll never be the same game per se with the same intention of the original developers, because the development team has changed so much, and the trajectory of Diablo games from Blizzard, you can see where we're going, right? This is the first time you've seen a pixelated purple character with pixelated unicorn dust with floating weapons and stuff like that, Quill Volley style. It's like they put a dash of D4 in there, you know? And, you know, the reason why I liked Diablo 2 so much, it was raw, it was gritty, it was grimy, it was, you know, it was dark. And I like that. That's what I like. And similar like PoE 2, same concept. That's why I love PoE 2. It's a fantastic game. I'm going to continue playing it. I finished the level 100 hardcore this season. And though they made some mistakes in that game, we're not going to steer off topic here. It's looking like they're going to have to rethink all of this, right?
Razor going off, he don't ever take a breather. Watching Twitch streams, saying man these dudes divas. Meticulous in chat, yeah we laughing like hyenas. Speaking all that truth, busting rumors through the speakers.